What if I told you that one of college basketball's most unforgettable stars has left us far too soon? The basketball world is mourning today, as news broke that Syracuse basketball legend Lawrence Moten has died at the age of just 53. Fans, former teammates, and the entire Syracuse community are reeling from the loss of a player whose impact on the court was matched only by the legacy he left off it. For Syracuse fans, the name Lawrence Moten will forever be etched in history. Known as Poetry and Moten during his college years, he wasn't just another athlete, he was a phenomenon. From 1991 to 1995, Moten lit up the Carrier Dome with his silky smooth jump shots, leadership, and ability to deliver in clutch moments. To this day, he remains the all-time leading scorer in the Big East Conference, a record that speaks volumes about his consistency, talent, and determination. Moten's style of play was unique. He was calm, calculated, and always seemed one step ahead of his opponents. His ability to score at will made him a nightmare for defenders, and his confidence on the court inspired teammates and fans alike. Syracuse basketball during the early 90s was defined by his brilliance, and he carried the program with grace and passion. But Moten's journey didn't end at Syracuse. After an extraordinary college career, he went on to play in the NBA, where he spent time with the Vancouver Grizzlies. Although his professional career wasn't as long-lasting as his college dominance, he never stopped being an ambassador for the game. Moten dedicated his post-basketball life to mentoring young athletes, coaching, and giving back to the community. He wanted to see the next generation succeed not only in sports, but also in life. That's why his passing at such a young age has hit so hard. At only 53 years old, Moten still had so much more to give. Fans and former players have been flooding social media with tributes, remembering him not only as a Syracuse legend, but as a kind-hearted man who always had time for others. Coaches and teammates recall his positive attitude, infectious smile, and the way he carried himself with humility despite his many accomplishments. Syracuse University has also released statements honoring Moten, reflecting on how much he meant to the program and the broader basketball community. For many, he wasn't just a player. They saw him as a symbol of excellence, loyalty, and passion for the game. The Carrier Dome, where Moten once brought thousands of fans to their feet, now becomes a place of remembrance, where his legacy will continue to live on. Death often reminds us of how fleeting life is, but it also highlights the mark a person leaves behind. Lawrence Moten may be gone, but his record-breaking career, his influence on Syracuse basketball, and his commitment to inspiring others will never be forgotten. He leaves behind a story of resilience, greatness, and love for the game that will be told for generations. As fans mourn this heartbreaking loss, many will look back at Moten's highlights, those clutch shots, those unforgettable games, and remember the joy he brought to the sport. His name will forever be linked with Syracuse basketball history, and his legacy will continue to inspire future athletes to chase their dreams with the same passion he carried every time he stepped on the court. Rest in peace, Lawrence Moten, a legend gone too soon, but never forgotten.